Hello, welcome back. How about this time we try to connect all this page here, the front page, with data such that we can click on any of them and it takes us to the main page. And how do we go about that? It is very simple. You go to your www property just like this. You come try to retrieve the entire property. I'll retrieve it differently. Print. This time around, I'm not going to use Frappe.getList. I will use SQL directly. I'm going to call it properties. Properties will assign Frappe.db.sql. Okay. Before that, I think it's best to try it out in our console or shell. I'm going to extend this. So resume it. Resume this once more. So I say select name, comma, based on what you have in the front page. I think we have image, we have the status here, the status, image, the name, the address, and the amount. We are going to ignore this for the now. Just concerned about the image, the status, the address, and the name. I'm going to retrieve it one after the other from the console first. Name, property underscore name, the image. I could retrieve the image last. Status. This status, I'm going to change it in case it's a submittable document. You can have draft, this, that. Let me check other things. Address, grand total. And image. What else? So we have the name, the image, the status, the address, and the grand total. And that's fine. Then from tab property and save. Okay. Say there's an error in our SQL code. You can check to know what the error is. Yeah, there's an error. This is bench console, not MariaDB. So I'm gonna quit that. Exit. Const bench MariaDB. We execute it in the MariaDB and we got the results here. I'll prefer to put the record house at, okay, since I got the results here, I can exit this, go back to the console, can say docs is assigned frappe.db.sql to 3, paste the code 1 2 3 once more, close. Then when we check the docs, we got content here, but it came out as kind of this tuple. I don't want it as tuple, I want it as a dictionary. Here after this I can see, can write as underscore dict equals to true, and this will come out as some kind of dictionary. You see, name give you this, property name this. So in our web page you can access it at .name, .property, .status, .this, .that, and I can exit this. Before exiting, I can grab that entire code, then exit, come straight to our source code, properties, be assigned that, get rid of this. Okay, this is fine. Then context.properties is assigned properties. Save. I do not need this hello, can get rid of this hello. Save. Okay, from our page we can access these properties if it exists. Go straight to the index.html. Then we are going to do some kind of serious work here. And how do we go about that? We look for the div for this entire content, this first one. Just look for the div. And okay, we can check for the div by inspecting the elements. You can see shades here, and it is, let's see the div that holds it. Can drag it out a little. Okay, we have this div, we have another, close this. This is the entire div. I think I can scroll it out a little to see. And how about this? Okay, here is another div. Here are the other divs. So the div is, can grab this. You may not need to copy this attribute, just come look for the div container. Once you are in the container, you check for row mb-5. So we'll go straight to our source code, look for container. Here is the source container. Then, but that's not what you are looking for. Yeah, this next one is what we are looking for. No, not this. Go down a little. Yes, here is a main div with container, and here is the child, the children, row mb-5, the main div that house all the children. Then inside each of them, we have another div with column md6, column lg4. That's what you should be targeting. Yeah, this. So you look for where this started, then look for the end. Yeah, we can see the end there, so we can try to get rid of the rest. Look for where it ended, you drag it up to the beginning, delete, do same for this and this. Okay, I'll delete from here, up to here. Let me be sure I'm deleting the right content. Okay, I only want to have one left, one div left. That's why I'm deleting as many as I can. Okay, you have two left here. I'll delete one more, delete this last one. Okay, so I have just one div for house left. Save. Can go to the page to reload to be sure. If you didn't get it right, retry it again. Just drop your mouse on the starting div. You see an underline. Scroll down, you see where the div stopped. Okay, after reload, wow, we still have more. Okay, we still have 4 left. And how is that 4? Should be 1 left, except I have other some. Oh, okay. Have some at the top still. I'm going to delete this. Delete the one next to it and this third one. Okay, stop here. Save. You have just this div left. Yeah, and after reload, and you can see this, we can use this to work out the pagination, but that will be later in the course. I'm more concerned about having some content showing up here, at least the first few content showing up here, and we are able to click it. That takes us to the page. Okay, I can loop here and say, all right, for property in properties, recall these properties comes from the context properties, context of properties, and these properties we retrieved it from the database. Go to the end of that div, end for. Here we try to look through all the properties we retrieve from the database. So each for everyone we find, this div will be created. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. For the now, I will not care much about this div here. Just gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna use this. Here I'll have property dot, and what can we call here for the status? The status. Next, the image property dot image, property dot name dot property name. And for the link, the link becomes slash property. The link takes us to this detail, to the detail page, slash property slash detail slash, recall what we had in our URL route. So it becomes slash property slash detail slash the doc name. Property dot name. Just below here we can have the address. Then the grand total. Property, not property. Property. And recall I showed you how to get the currency here using what we have in the detail.html. Okay. And I'm going to comment this. Let me see whether I show bed, flat, square foot. I'm going to comment this out. I don't need that. Save. Okay, we can reload our home page and you see several properties listed because the system will look through each of the properties. And okay, I think nothing was retrieved, but let us check to know why no data was retrieved. I'm going to check our query. For property in properties, you can check through our index.py to be sure. Context.properties is what properties, and properties is what this query. Let us check through the query again. Control C. It will only be blank. The page will only be blank if nothing was retrieved. And why we did not get this is because we did not reload our server. So we have to reload our server. I strongly believe that, but we'll test and see. I believe it's because we did not reload our server after editing the Python file. I'm going to test that one once more. If it works, then reloading the server should be the culprit. Okay. Now we have this image, although I repeated using some of the images, and you can see this is showing us. So it's so unfortunate we have the prices almost same price for some of these documents, but I think the best thing to do is try to change the values for some of these price, estate art, property. That's going to change. At some point, we'll work on populating the data in the system. At some point, this message here came from what we wrote earlier in custom scripting. Okay, I can reload that. I believe. Okay, and when you look through this page, you observe that the first property, the first item was released, shown first before the latest item is showing last year, and that's kind of a bad idea. It's better we have it in, is it ascending or descending order? Ascending is coming up, descending is latest, okay? So we'll rewrite our code to be, should it be order by um with DESC. I can't recall the code for ordering, but I'll try that to see how it works. Okay, we'll reload. Something seemed to be wrong. Okay, we can check through our code to see what the issue is. There seems to be an error with our SQL. Yeah, you can easily Google that to see how to MySQL order by. Okay. So is that easy? Is that easy to manage? It's so easy. All we need to do is go to our code, click order by creation. Let me reference something here. From this SQL, you can actually check to see the creation. I'm going to select the creation first. The creation is automatically created once you add a document to the database. Okay, you see, this was created on March 29th. It was created on April 5th. I can click this and add the order statement here as order by creation, then DESC descending, and you have the latest coming first and the earliest at the bottom. Okay, we can reload our page. And you see the latest is coming first while the other ones is showing down. And that's it. We can work on pagination later. Then you can click on any of these, but you see the URL is not working perfectly until you click on the name. So we're going to correct the URL as well in the image. Just go straight to your index.html file, copy this URL, then check on the image, change the URL as well in the image, and save. I think this should fix. You can also see the status showing sale. Let me check for the status on the other ones. Have rent. Later we can work on this by, okay, I'm going to work on this sales and rents of the thing. Let me work on it once. Yeah. Okay, here we'll just say if property dot status equal to rent, I'm going to write it as a kind of long code. So I'm going to drag this down. If property dot status is equals to rent, then I want the value to be success. Sorry, if it's rent, it should be warning. Right? We have rent, lease, and sale. Okay, sale is red. If it is rent, it should be success. That is green. We are done with that. Then the next line we can say else, elif, else if property dot status is equal to sale, then what we want to show is sale should be danger, that is red, else we have yellow. That so then we can have our not yellow but yellow, have our end if. Save. Try this once more. There's an error in our ginger. We can correct the error. Okay, rent. Wow. Well, the reason why this lost its color is because of the spacing. Let's try to remove those spacing because at the end of the day, it kind of add an extra space to this. So we just embed it. I actually wanted the code to be clear to you. I'm going to embed it straight. Wow, this is serious. Okay, I'll try once more. If it doesn't work, we'll just progress with other things. And here it is, sale red, sale red, sale red, and rent green. Let's see if there's a lease. I'm not seeing any lease. I'm going to change one of these to lease. I'm going to change one to lease. I'll maybe change this 43 to lease. Okay, here is the list. There was no match. We check else. If property is equals to rent, success, sale, danger, then sorry, this is not yellow, it is warning. Warning. Okay, we have it as warning here, yellow. And what next is to here we don't actually need this for the now. We can work with this later when somebody click this ad, but we are not particularly concerned about this. We are just concerned about you having kind of a website and also being able to search for the websites. And you can click on the property now. It takes you to the property page with no issues. We've not added any data below here, but at least we see we have some information. How about going back to the home page and let me check what's okay. I'll try this number 3 and you see what we have different information. How about clicking on number 1 and you see the image will also change. You can see that. You can see what we have here. And you see how nice this is also looking. You are free to kind of do the modifications you want. This one, this below this content below should be okay. You can use it to retrieve last three. I'm sorry, latest three related images. I think we can quickly do that. Three related image, and to do that is that easy. You go straight into your detail.py file. Detail.py. In detail.py, we grab this doc name. Say the doc name is this 00003. To get the detail or related, like when you visit some websites like Facebook or some sites, you see something like people who you may know. That is people in your interest, or you kind of visit a shopping site, you try to buy an item, then at some point or some side of the screen, you see something like a item, related item, or item with similar content or values or functions at the site. You can also do that to your own app. Just go straight to the database, you search. You can run the same search, same thing. What you have to do is give a where clause. Then the where would be property, since they are the same. One, you can use this page can be posted by the same agent, right? This can be posted by the same agent, or if it is similar property, how about we using the same agent, posted by same agent? Okay, related property, let's just use related property, that should be better. I say where type coming to check properly. Okay, property type. So the property type will be related to the type of the property page in which we are in. Here I'm going to use flat. Then we have a limit. Don't know what either is called limit or lim 3. Right? Yes, lim 3. Starting from the last one. Okay, that's alright. We're going to grab this code. And say related properties is assigned frappe.db.sql 123 123 as underscore dict equals to true. Then the where statement will be filtered based on this doc name. Can break this down. Okay, that's it. We have select all this from tab property where the property type is the same as the type of this property, context dot property dot property type. Then you pass that as well as context dot related property. Should we call it? Related properties is assigned related properties. Save. We clear this. Q, not this. Stop the server restart. We go back detail.html for the detail page so as to show replace this content at the bottom. Scroll down and track that group. I think this is the group just immediately after this row 5. I'll delete this first and second one just before this B5. Okay, we put a space. Just in order not to stress yourself, just grab this one from the index page. Grab what we have in the index page. Go straight to the detail. Replace this because okay, I'm going to save this. Reload. When you reload, you only find one, just one, not 3. Okay, since there's an issue, we could not find something. Our code has issue somewhere. Here is the issue. As underscore dict. We start that once more about the content of this page, the detail. And you see we only have one item here. We replace that item completely from the detail.html. I'm going to replace it completely with what I copied from this home.html. Replace these properties with related properties. Save. Go back to the home page and reload. We are only picking the latest 3 related properties. That's all. And you see, so are the latest 3 related properties. They are of type what? Of type flat. Okay, let me look for another one that has a different type. Bungalow. Apply. None. Duplex. Okay, we only have one with duplex. Let's try that. Let's see how many property will appear below it. How many related? You see, we just have one, and that one is itself. But how about not including the property itself? How about not including, because this actually included itself real estate one, and look at the top, the name is real estate one. We can exclude it from this SQL query. Okay, good. To test this once more, I can actually edit another property and give it a different name. I'm going to get rid of this filter, number 27. Okay, we have one. All we need to do is just to modify the SQL query. And once it loads, you will see there will be no repetition of same doc type on this page. Okay, now you see it brought out a different doc type. Also, the same goes for the other ones. Like this last one, naturally, property with email 7 would have repeated itself at the bottom, but now you see it's no longer showing. And this, well, I'm not concerned about this kind of thing that is stated here. This, don't know what that is. This paragraph, I might have to get rid of that paragraph. Can also get comment out these images, the gallery. We are not working with gallery for the now. We can comment that out. Okay, that fixed the page issue for the now. I think that's a good fix. I might have to reintroduce these other comments. I think the paragraph I introduced earlier must have messed things up. I don't know. Let me reload. If the issue repeats itself, I'll comment out that block. Okay, how to comment out that block. Save. Okay, that's nice. The page is looking pretty nice. You can work on the home filter, but please always do reference color lip for the templates. And I think we are fine with this. You can have other functions like clicking on something here to contact the agent. I think that's what I'm going to do on the next page. And at the same time, we still have work to do on the home page pertaining to the what is it called? Pertaining to the first one is the search, and second one is this pagination. You can't have all the imagine you have thousands of property, you have everything displayed on the home page. That's kind of crazy. We ain't going to do that. We're going to try to paginate this, then go back to the home page. Sorry, the detail page. Then try to see if there's a way we can contact this agent. And at the same time, I also want to show you a way to print the to get the print format for this document from the web portal as well. So I hope you do like. Please like, subscribe, and share.